Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Christine and welcome. And as you guys know, I was at the urgent care, but I was also in the ER. For those who didn't know, I went to the ER because I was in a lot of pain, and when I went to my primary doctor after the urgent care, like a couple days, I think it was a week after, a couple days after, the doctor recommended that I go see a gynecologist, and I tried making appointments. It was a month away and I was in a lot of pain and I was really scared. I wasn't sure if it was a mass. I wasn't sure if it was anything to do with cancer, and when I'm worried, it just sucks. It's a shitty thing, but and feeling too, but I make myself more sick. And in case you didn't know, when we are sick and we're so anxious and worried about our sickness, we make ourselves more sick. That's why they say that we need a clear conscience. Like, we need to be mentally there when we're going through stuff like this, because if we're stressing out about being sick, it's only going to make us even sicker. So I have my answer. I have an update. And this is personal that I'm sharing with you guys, because I know there are girls out there, there are women out there that could relate, that have gone through this. This is a very common thing. But when I went to my primary doctor, she already gave me two answers. God bless her, I love my doctor. She said it can either be a cyst or a fibroid, but she was leaning more towards fibroid. So I went to the ER, and my blood pressure has been a little high because of the pain that I've been in. But they admitted me right away. Like, they not admitted me to the hospital, but they got me into the emergency area really quickly and put me in a room, and, you know, checking my vitals and all that. So the doctor felt, my chair doesn't go higher, but so it's right here where the pain was. And yes, I'm still bloated. I'm gonna get into that, but the doctor did his thing, and he recommended a pelvic exam and another exam he goes in with something, whatever, to check my ovaries. And I was like, okay, we can do that, sure. We did it, and it felt weird, but we did it, and he did see things, something that I'm not going to talk about because I don't have the answers yet, but I will be seeing a specialist to get more answers on that, but that's separate. Which, by the way, I finally got an appointment, so end of July I will be seeing a specialist to see what's going on, if everything's okay. But yeah, so he was like, yeah, there's definitely something there on the left side. And as I mentioned years ago, when I got another ultrasound down there, I did have a very tiny cyst, but they said when you come closer to your menstrual cycle, it does get a little bigger. I'm assuming that it's the same one, and right, that's what I told the ER too. So he said we're gonna do an ultrasound as well, like a pelvic exam with the ultrasound. So it was one from the outside and one from the inside. I know there's probably men watching this. I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not. You can get educated on things that women have to go through just for being a woman. Wouldn't change it for the world though. Although it sucks being a woman sometimes. But yeah, so we did that, and the girl there, even though she's not supposed to say something, she's like, is the pain on the left? I was like, yeah, even though I've told her. She's like, yeah, there's definitely something there. So we went back, I went back, and the results came in, and they said I have an ovarian cyst. So I've been doing research like crazy. It sucks because when I go into my natural book, cyst is on the freaking definition glossary, whatever area, and fibroids are there, but I cannot find the natural remedies for an ovarian cyst in my natural medicine book, which I know is in there. I just can't find it. I can't find it. It's not in like the index area too, where you can just go over. I've literally tried every word pretty much that relates to that, like pelvic, uterus, everything. Anyways, I couldn't find it. So I went to TikTok, to YouTube, to Google to see what ways like I could improve. So I'm gonna do a whole like update on this little health thing that's going on as I go through my steps. So I do feel a little better, just a little bit. I did get my menstrual cycle. It's not the same, it's a bit lighter, and the couple of so I usually suffer, there's a word for it, but I suffer from heavy bleeding and I suffer from really painful cramps. And I'm telling you, this is why it's just funny to me when guys talk shit about people and they don't even know what or half the shit that they go through. So I mean, it can go with both ways, girls too, but yeah. So the pain, the cramps that I usually get is like usually like in the middle area, like right here. But this time it was like not really menstrual cramps, but just the pain right there where my cyst is. And my cyst is apparently at 12 millimeters. It's weird because everywhere I look online it's like in centimeters, but this one said it in millimeters, which is like this big, and I guess like a quarter size. So I am praying and hoping that it shrinks and goes away on its own, that it doesn't rupture, because apparently it can rupture, and I think the one I have is blood fluid. So I am praying that I can do this naturally and shrink, and make it shrink, but I won't know where we're at until I go get another follow-up, which is in the end of July. So yeah, so that's been my life. I've been in a lot of pain, and I was really bloated, but I've been able to kind of keep the bloating down. When I went to the doctor's last week, I was at 156, but I've been able to keep it low to 151. That's where I am. So I'm down 5 pounds from last week. Yeah, so my goal is to lose a couple more pounds because I think losing weight is gonna help. I started juicing, so a lot of online research, I did this research so you don't have to, but a lot of online research, there's like so many different like remedies, like red wine and like things that they just mix together, whatever. Mainly it's ginger. So if you're also into your chakras and all of that, I also did that research. I did a little bit of a cleansing on that as well, because a lot of your ovary or like sexual organs, the problems that arise there can be if you're having issues in like in your relationship, based off research. So because your emotions are connected, right? So if you're stressed out about something, it's gonna later on affect your physical health. So it can be anywhere from like relationship things or not being creative, and it makes sense. I am kind of going through some things in both areas where I'm trying to figure things out. So yeah, so I guess it can be all of that that has created his health issue. But I know that I have been going through this for a month already, because when we went to Vegas end of May, I was already in pain and I was really bloated than usual. So yeah, so at least now we know that there was something wrong, and you know, I wasn't going crazy. But yeah, so that is where I'm at. I have been drinking my juice every morning. So how I was doing it was my protein, bananas, strawberries, pineapple, just throwing all the fruits there, a little bit of spinach. But my boyfriend does this really different juice, like where it's an actual juice, and it has a lot of health benefits. So so I never like beets. I never eat beets by itself. I think they smell and I don't know, taste weird. But I finally gave in. My boyfriend won on this one. So I started putting beets, which is actually supposed to be really good for you and your health. And I'm just really excited for me, and I am so proud of myself because I'm actually doing this, and it's like I'm doing something healthy. you know, where it's like I've always said like I'm gonna start eating healthy, but I think if I continue doing this, it's gonna be really good for me in the long run. So if I look younger, I'm just kidding. You know why? So it's been a good week, except Monday I did eat my leftover Alfredo chicken from Olive Garden. So Monday I still ate dairy because when I was looking at videos and stuff, I found out that dairy and sugar does make it worse. So I'm trying to cut dairy off. Also, I think that's going to help out a lot with my cholesterol. And I also need to cut off red meat. So Monday I effed up a little bit. Yesterday I did good. Today's Wednesday. So today my mom and my grandparents came over and they had made a steak. And this thing that we eat is like dough with like a little meat in there. So, and air fried fries. So I kind of messed it up today, but it's okay. But yeah, and I've been trying to do more cardio because I know cardio is going to help me, especially with losing weight. So I've been trying to do the 12-3-30. My treadmill unfortunately goes up, like it inclines to 10 grade, so 10% grade. So when I'm doing it at home, I'm doing that at 10, but at the gym I'm doing it at 12. I did it yesterday. I think I did 20 minutes though yesterday. I don't know. But I burned a good amount of calories, so I just need to sweat it out. I've been going in the sauna. I'm just feeling a lot better than I was last week because I was in a lot of pain. So working out and getting back on it is gonna help me a lot. So the goal is to shrink that. I'm gonna let you guys know on the process. Like if I lose weight, I'll have every little thing that I've been doing on that video. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But that's been my update. Thank you guys for watching. Now you guys know what I've been struggling with. And if anyone can relate to this, if you've ever had one and you made it shrink by itself, let me know. If it resolved by itself, let me know in the comments below, because worst case scenario, they do have to like remove it surgically, and I'm praying we don't have to get there, but we'll see. Again, I won't know until end of July. Until then, I'm gonna do my 99% best to be healthy, eat healthier, you know, just cleanse my body, detox my body, do what I gotta do, and see if it works. So thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.